Like once they support this pawn, then they're really like actually trying to get this bishop. So like, I'm not playing for tricks. Even if I plays properly, it's solid for black. And if black plays properly, yeah, that's good. You mean just like? Do you mean like actually factually trap the bishop with like? Yeah. I mean, my thing is like, once this e5 pawn gets protected and there's no knight takes e5, then like the knight is free to try to come trap the bishop or take the bishop. So generally, when my opponent does this, my kind of go-to response is to play like a c3 type move. Just to get in there. But whatever. c3 is correct. Yeah. I've been getting convinced that I shouldn't play the Spanish, even though it's what I've been playing for the last while. So I'm going to experiment with some other stuff. I was thinking about just getting absolutely wrecked on stream, playing e4, e5 with both colors, and playing variations I've never really played. That seemed like it might be fun. Just get totally banned. Still don't know like what time controls I want to play and stuff, and it's kind of tough. Playing while streaming is distracting, and my shit lags pretty bad, and I have various other excuses, but I'm trying to make this second pot of coffee. So let's check out Charlie's game a little bit before the kettle goes off here. So Charlie playing the black side against his favorite d4, playing against some passive ass bullshit here. I don't know, Charlie. I gotta, because this e6 is like pretty weak sauce, right? The hell is this about? What are you trying to do? You trying to play this move? I mean, what is this? I'm kind of the opinion that if you're playing against these guys who don't really know what they're doing, that you could probably just try to force this in every single position. Like, they're probably going to let you get away with it. Or you're going to get some type of, like, you're playing the white side. Just put a pawn out in the center, like this one. That makes sense. So, like, this just seems soft. Bishop here is a weird move, sure. d5 is fine. This, I would play c5 here in a heartbeat, because now it's almost like I'm playing white. My kettle's ready, one sec. Would you guys play c5? I'm like shouting, it's fucking 6 in the morning. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. 6 in the morning and I'm shouting at the computer. Maybe I don't need more coffee. Too late, sucker. Okay. Did you guys play this c5 move? What's going on here? Just put a pawn in the center. I annotate that move. I don't know. I don't play this from either side. Yeah, but I mean, if we tap into our understanding of what like a Queen's Gambit decline looks like, and we just kind of claim that this a3 move is a waste of time, then it almost looks like we have a QGD set up as, but with colors reversed. Because before I was just doing a window capture, but then you couldn't see my cursor, and I don't know how you guys watch me without the cursor. But anyways, moving forward, onward and upward. Charlie, it's just your opponent's playing like a passive d4, like a little bitch, like scared player as white. So I want to try to transpose to like I'm playing white. That's all I want to do. This move looks just crazy to me. c5, knight c6, exactly. Exactly. That's what I want to do. This seems to me like you're just trying to force the Queen's Indian type setup when you're not even playing against somebody who's playing proper chess. So if they're not playing proper chess, you can either transpose to you playing white side of a QGD, or you could just try to like bash them in the center because they don't know about the center. That'd be my guess. But whatever. Let's see how it goes. Okay. They take. You take with the bishop. It's always an interesting choice. Because you could have also taken with the pawn, which would give you these, strong pawns covering a lot of squares. But developing a piece is pretty reasonable. No qualms yet. The opponent has lost their pawn in the center. We got some stuff. Let's see. Queen e2 was the first move that made my radar go off. Really? My fucking radar been off for a hot minute here. I wouldn't say I like the opponent opening, but Queen e2 felt wrong. I was aware of e4 being a potential tactic, but development is critical. Yeah, I mean, e4 is probably a good move. I wouldn't have wasted time with whatever this nonsense over here was. If you can play e4, dude, imagine like being able to play e4 and not playing e4. It like liberates your bishop. It takes the whole fucking center. Your opponent playing white didn't. I meant e5, but yeah. You played it anyways. Okay. Looks good. Looks pretty reasonable. e4. Not like the one problem is you have like this situation now. So that's kind of the one problem, right? This b6 move. Okay. e4 prevented your idea of e4. That is correct. But your idea of e4 isn't even really a threat. Because well, actually it is. Hold on. Never mind. I'm high. Yeah. Okay. Well, come on, buddy. Bro, can we castle? Can we not play queen d7 because that's a mouse slip? Can we castle? Can we play bishop here? Like if we really want, if you're trying to accentuate the d4 square, you can do that by attacking this knight who protects the d4 square, and it also develops a piece. You can also castle. I don't know where he's going, Cartier. It scares me. I don't like it. I think he's worried about losing this pawn, but you gotta just castle. Then you have rook e1, rook e8 at the end. Like, if you castle, you're not losing the z pawn because they're getting kind of banned at the end. If I can move the pieces, you're not losing shit here because you got rook e8. And in fact, they're banned. Gotta have some damn good reason to play some move like knight d5 or knight d4. Some damn good reason. Blows my mind. Queen d1. Also strange. I mean, this looks like it might be a good move. Castle seems good too. Knight f3. Okie doke. I mean, all of this is fine and dandy, but none of this is going to like win or lose you the game. It's just, I wouldn't play a lot of these moves. And they're probably suboptimal. Yeah, you spent time here. Like you spent a time to move this knight, and then another time to take this knight. Like, can we just castle or develop, please? I was watching a stream where the player is like quite strong, but not a titled player. And then like a kind of titled player was in the chat giving them shit, being like, okay, let's go back to the basics. You're not allowed to trade unless it's forced or fantastic. No. First it was You're not allowed to make a pawn move unless it's forced or fantastic. Then it was like, now we're not allowed to trade unless it's forced or fantastic. I was trying to exploit them and it exploited me. No, no. It was somebody who's like 2,400 on Lichess being told this by somebody who's like 2,800 on Lichess. I was chatting with Andres this morning, though, just a little bit ago. I had some questions for him. So let's see what happened in this game. I'm not going to just like criticize every move that Charlie makes here. Let's just kind of go back, check this shit out. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. 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 Lots of trades here, guys. Trying to give him the old checkmate. 2 bishops, down a pawn. Because he grabbed your e-pawn, right? 2 bishops, down a pawn. Castles to not get mated. Castles. H3 for some reason. Yeah, so it's a tough life here because you're just worse. It's a tough life here. Like, what do you evaluate this position at, guys? This is like, I think it's just clearly worse for black. Slight advantage for white. Like, they're up a pawn for nothing, though. Bishop to f6, certainly a legal move. That's what Charlie plays. I mean, this is slight advantage. This difficulty is when people put like these numeric things, slight advantage, then they want to compare it with the engine. There's no like agreed like correspondence between the words slight advantage and an engine eval. Because I think David put slight advantage as like, slight advantage for white would be like 0s to 0.5 or 0s to 0.25, something like this. Maybe it was 0.5. I remember he typed this out once. And then he puts advantage as 0.5 or like better as 0.5 to, no, I forget what he says. The engine can call a position even when it is... Yeah. I mean, it's not the hardest position to play. It's just that there's no imbalances that are in black's favor. Like, the one imbalance he has is that, like, he can attack his pawn, but it's an extra pawn. Like, that's, like, the only imbalance in the position. Otherwise, both players have connected rooks. Nobody has a defect in their pawn structure. Both players have 2 bishops. There's no real imbalance for black. This is just, computer says that this is just, like, lost. David says plus 1.5 is if it's 1.5 or more, that's plus minus, like decisive advantage. So David would call this completely 1. I don't know. I think I played here to the end near perfect. Yeah, I mean, you have to hope that they fuck it up. Let's see what happens. C3, weakening some light squares potentially. Sure. Trying to stick it in. Okay. You need some good technique to convert. Yeah, it's not easy for white to win this immediately. But they are up and just straight up a pawn. Okay. H6. Attacking a rook. Okay. Yeah. Certainly a thing to look at. I mean, I don't think the position is like... It might be better for you than it was previously. You're never going to get an opposite bishop ending. You're probably happier with one pair of rooks off the board if our goal is to draw. This is a committal move, but okay. Getting to the 7th, pretty good. Because he can't go here because of this move. I thought he was going to try to trade rooks with you a while ago. Check. Okay. Trying to trade prisoners. Takes. We have I'm tired. Takes another pawn. Okay, so material even. Protecting a pawn. Losing a, you know, you got the rook to the 7th. That's right. That was pretty good. That turned out to be all right for you. Defending. Okay. Hanging a full rook. What? Hanging a full rook with 10 minutes on the clock? This guy used 0 time in this game. He just played immediately. That's funny. I just noticed. I just noticed that it's 9:30 up in the corner here. Okay, that's special, Charles. Wow. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Did he really have to, like, let you in? Some move like this would probably make a lot more sense, right? With the idea that your rook can't go to any of these squares. Seems to make a little more sense. Because this allowing you to go in here is like a blunder, right? Bishop e3. Computer believes that white is maintaining the balance and advantage. This move allowing this rook g7. They want you to play the king move first. Interesting. Maybe to not allow the check. But this is, you know, already better than where it was. Already better than where it was. But okay. Nice job, Charles. Nice job. My coffee's ready. We can take a look at Cartier's game here. His first ever. We're going to ban the engine real quick. We're going to compare your game against the Esserman database, though. It's always fun. Now, we'll look at it first. Let's see. This is a real short game, right? 14 move victory. Your first ever. Very nice, Cartier. Yeah, my opening was shit. Working on it against d4, as you know. Charles, I'm really of the opinion that if you just try to put these pieces on these squares, like, a lot of your opponents are going to allow it. And you're going to be better out of the opening. Because they don't really understand. I don't know. It's entirely possible. I mean, you are blocking the c pawn. I don't know. That last guy played the opening like shite, though. I don't know what the fuck e3 was. I don't know what a3 was. My real shit code got improved yesterday too. Let's see. Polly's back. I missed the end to Charlie's game because I was going to eat my tea. Can you whisper a link to me? Charlie can. Endgame technique prevailed. Yeah, but okay. Let's see the Cartier. Cartier is going to send this guy to the Shadow Realm. This is your first ever Mora accepted. Very nice, Cartier. Knight f3, knights before bishops. d6, bishop c4, beautiful. You know, I'm not the expert on the Mora, but I own the book. Is that a blunder already? Like, can you just play takes here and check? Looks like that's what you play. Takes. I don't know if it's a blunder, but we know this pattern, right? They're probably worse here, right? Probably worse. What's the rating on this guy? Let's see. 2,000. There you go. Trying to send him to the Shadow Realm. This one. Yep. Okay. That's a bishop. That's a queen. This is great. This is pretty good. I mean, because if you get this, you get to bail out here. Pretty good. Pretty good. How much of it have you worked through, Cartier? Or have you just kind of like checked out the introduction? Also, I don't know how forward chess works. But this was what I would do if I were you learning the Mora. I would fire up the Mark Esterman database here and see what he plays. And see like if you deviate and like what he plays otherwise, you know? And try to understand. I don't think you're going to be deviating too much here. Knight f3 is all he plays. After d6, bishop c4 is probably all he plays. Yeah, very good. I mean, he's probably demoralized also. Like, he's down a pawn and a piece, and it's pretty bad. So what did they play here? This move. And he always plays bishop f7 as well. And after takes, knight g5, I'm assuming. You know, you're following the Esterman database means so you've done something pretty good. But these moves are pretty clear. Yeah, I mean, you like followed him to the T here. He's never had this position, and you did just fine here. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Even down a piece, I'm surprised he resigned. I mean, it's not a fun position to play. Really? I think a lot of people do. But if they don't accept it, then you're just in familiar territory for the most part. Unless they do the one where they push it to d3. Which was the first one I learned. And then Mark told me that he prefers to play against that over Mora accepted, which is pretty wild. People are afraid of the Mora because of the book and the following. And yeah, d3 you play Maroxy, right? I play knight f6 also, because I'm afraid of the Mora. But I've been thinking about accepting it as a ways to kind of get better at defending. It seems to make sense. Yeah, I think it's kind of a sad way to play. I mean, I think I play knight f6. It's very practical, right? To play knight f6 against the Mora. That's what I play. But I think it's a little aversive. It's not a bad move, but it's like, why not take the free pawn? I guess, I mean, the thing is you're agreeing to play the type of game that your opponent wants to play. There's practical value in like not giving them that. But I spent like a long time playing chess moves that were based on trying to get my opponent uncomfortable, even if they weren't optimal. And I just prefer to play stuff that's better. Like, I'm curious how Mark does if across all these games here in these different variations. Yeah, knight f6, you're already in c3. So when they accept, he does better. But I don't know, he does well. Right? Anyways, nice game, Cartier. I'm gonna give me one sec here. I'm gonna go see d5 is played. Oh yeah, those are just those are like Alapin transposition lines, right? d5 and knight f6. I play the knight f6 move. Sometimes it's interesting to look at like the Lichess database, and I have it set to pretty high rated players. And it looks like people accepting, these are all roughly the same, but knight f6 seems to do better on a practical level. I have it set to like high rated players playing blitz, rapid, and classical. So this average rating is 2338 here. Yo, what's going on, IG Knight? We're chilling, buddy. I'm gonna go check out that Chess Tempo website and see if I can play any more of those endgames. I'm probably gonna play some actual factual games later. I don't know what type of time control I want to play. We haven't looked through a game of Morphe yet either. A Morphe a day keeps the London away, so we'll probably do a Morphe. Maybe I should do that first, actually. Now, let's see. Let's check on this Chess Tempo website. Let's see if we can get entirely dicked down by the computer yet again. Okay, let's start these medium ones. These have been fine. Can I promote a pawn? That is the question. So again, this is me out here showing my weaknesses. There's players that are far lower rated than me that have these endgame algorithms just totally memorized. One for Wayne, one for Black. Very interested in chess, but bad. My favorite openings for White, I play the move 1e4. I've always played that. And for Black, I've always enjoyed playing. I mean, I've been playing the Sicilian against e4, and I've been playing the King's Indian against e5 or against d4. But recently, I've switched it up because I never learned e4, e5 when I first got into chess. So against e4, I've been messing around with e5. And it's been kind of good for me. And if you're a bad player with a low rating or whatever, XD, I would suggest playing e4, e5. I'm playing e4 as White, playing e4, e5 as Black, and against d4, probably playing d5. I'm going to go back to the basics and learn that shit too, so I'd be right there with you. Ignite. I said IG Knight. That's pretty funny. That's what I got to say. I gave up playing the Sicilian 4 years ago, now play e5. Yeah. I need to learn that. Normal moves are dull, but it depends on what your goals are with chess Ignite. If you want to like master the game and like not have any kind of holes in your game, it's probably better to like start out with the more classical stuff as opposed to just playing. If you're just trying to like play for fun and wild and silly stuff, then like go check out the homeboy Eric Rosen or Vampire Chicken, you know? So you're saying that Carlsen had this endgame at Tata Steel? I'm assuming it's one of these ones that we want to build the bridge, but usually when I have to build the bridge, the pawn isn't on the knight's file here. The pawn is like more towards the center. The only opening I know is Nimzo Larsen attack, and I enjoy it a lot. I would suggest not playing that. I would suggest playing e4, because you put something in the center and it allows you to develop all your pieces rapidly. I would avoid things that are kind of gimmicky. So, do I need to check so I can step my king out and build this bridge? This is me showing my incompetence in endgames. Or is this position such that I don't need to do that? Carlsen had this at Tata Steel. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know endgame algorithms, which is why I'm over here trying to do them. Trying to beef up my chess a little bit. So if I play check, they can step the king right over here to f6. Is that a problem? Probably not. I'm going to play check. We're going to experiment. We don't really know what we're doing, but we're going to try our best. So I think I already made a mistake because it says greater to mate. Now, can I put the rook all the way down? This side doesn't let me draw arrows either, which is kind of good. Can I play the rook all the way down with the idea of stepping the king out this way, but then I can't ever get the king out. Maybe I messed up. Because the check didn't force the king to the other file. I want to already go back and try again. Maybe rook f4 was better. Maybe the rook on the fourth rank to build the bridge. But I don't even think it's the exact build the bridge position, Paul. Because usually you play this type of check and then the king is forced like further away, another file. And now all of a sudden I just let the king like into the other, you know what I mean? Like, I think I fucked it up. Maybe I can go back by playing this check. Let's see if it resets the position. No, he goes there. He wants to checkmate me. Is he going to achieve checkmate? If I go here, he's going to go to the H file, right? Am I just banned here? Did I just make a wrong move? Okay. I just got banned. I want to try again. I didn't like my first move. Maybe rook f4 is better. Maybe. We can try it. I mean, the idea that I played was wrong. The idea was wrong to play check because I didn't force him away. So we can try your rook f4. It says greater than 1 to mate, which I think means it wasn't the most accurate move, but we still can win. It's just now we can't even move the king. Maybe we need to get to the H file. It's tough to say. So what are we doing? Checking? Am I banned again? I was going to try to step the king and then push the pawn. So like here, and if he checks me, I can go over here is my thought. But then I can't promote because I'm bad at chess. He's just going to come back and attack the pawn. This is all wrong. All wrong what I've done here. Boo, boo. All wrong. It looks like I've finally done it though. But this was wrong. We did not play correctly. Let's retry one more time. If we go to the H file, is that good? I think the problem might be if we go to the H file, what I want to do, maybe that's good actually. Let's try going to the H file. Let's see if that works better. They didn't put anything up in the corner here that said like more moves or whatever. So that's typically a good sign. Now, okay, here's my idea. I'll move the king out, trying to promote, and they're going to step the king closer to try to take the pawn. And then I'm going to play a check, and then I'm going to promote. Is that easy? Tricky, you need to defend with the rook and use your king without getting mated yourself. Yeah, the computer is trying to mate me and stuff, and like trying to get draws by banning my king on the 8th rank. So I'm trying to figure out if it matters which king move I make. I'd guess it doesn't, but maybe this move is good. So what I think is going to happen is they're going to step the king to f7. And then I wanted to play this check. And that was not the most accurate move, I think. That's what this means, I think. But this looks good. So this was at least convincing. Once we found the idea, like, I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this. You know, like, we're doing, this is one of those things where, well, I know, Charles, but it's one of these things where our knowledge about some chess stuff actually gets in the way of solving the problem. Like, both Paul and I wanted to like build a bridge because we've heard of this big bridge building concept, and he wanted to play rook f4, and I wanted to play like rook over here, and those are just both wrong. Like, yeah, I don't even know the name of it. Lucina, Philidor, something like that. It's just funny. Like, this is why I wish I could start over with chess. I wish I could kind of just like erase my brain and go back to the basics that I never ever learned. Like, learn e4, e5, both colors. Learn some basic ass like rook endgames, king and pawn endgames, this type of stuff. Just go back. Like, sure, I destroyed like a very strong player while playing the Sicilian Dragon as black in like 15 moves, and that was cool, but like, that's just some weird kind of esoteric knowledge that's not really good for the whole chess. Did I do a retry? No, I wanted to do the next one. Okay, let's just do this again real quick with the same moves. Here, I went here. It's not the most optimal, but whatever. This is good enough. I didn't mean to do retry. I wanted to do next. Okay, now we're going to try to, we are the white pieces. We're going to try to promote this pawn. Now is this one, their king is over there, huh? Is this one building the bridge? It's on a different file though, right? The king's on a different, the pawn's on a different file. Again, here I am trying to build a bridge when maybe that's not what I need to be doing. I'm going to start by pushing the pawn. The king is cut off by a file, which is cool. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go here. I have to not get banned. So now, this is again very similar, yes? What if we were to play check in this position? The king moves, and then I step here. Is there a mate for them? Can I just play check? And then king e... No, if I play check, he's got the king to d8. So that doesn't gain us anything. And I don't want to get checkmated, but I think maybe we can go check on d3. If the king goes over to here, if we step into opposition, it's not mate because we can block with the pawn. Rook d3 plus, king can't go to d8. Yeah, that's the move I'm looking at here, Paul. But I was first trying to look at like this one and then just kind of hanging out here, but then you can go to d8. So I'm thinking this one, and then when he steps here, I'm not actually getting mated. Here. I'm just playing this move. We were victorious here, and we didn't build any bridges. Exactly, Charles. F8 blocks mate. It's all of us fucking chess tryhards that were like, and apparently I did this perfectly. 6 moves is perfect. I didn't make a single error. But I'm more just trying to find the right ideas in these than trying to get them perfect. I have reached and breached the daily limit. After 10, oh, 2 problems today. I've never even read this. After the 10 initial ones, basic people can only do 2 endgames problem a day. Okay, that makes sense. F7 takes G8. What? Okay, so that's that. It might be time for our daily dose of Morphe. What do you guys think about that? Unless somebody here has something they would like to share with everybody. Paul, Cartier, Charles. Anybody else here? If I tap here on my phone, it says 5 people are watching. Nice. I have a pile of books sitting next to me, but we've been doing Morphe. Before Morphe, I was doing Geller, and I also have this Bronstein book next to me. And people were talking about this book last night on this stream, this one here. You guys know this one by Mauricio Flores, Rios? This is the one I've shared like pictures with you, Charlie, about the pawn structures and stuff. You do have to look at those games because Alec, I mean, you just want to look. You probably want to just look at the whole match, which is something I've done before. I've heard that is for advanced players. I think it is. I haven't really dug too much into it. At the beginning of each chapter, he kind of talks about. Hold on a sec. So here, if you go into my studies, Charlie, you can probably see this study because this one's not private. This is 1927 Alekhine against. This is the QGD match. The first game was a French, and then like all the other ones were QGDs. So you could look in here and look at some games if you wanted. But the beginning of each chapter, it shows the pawn structure, and it talks about like ideas for both players. Yeah, so this was 34 games. I guess 33 of them were QGDs, and 1 was a French. Might be easier than the book. You should read the fucking book, Charlie. Jesus H. Christ. Kostya was talking about, somebody said they don't know how to do the notation and they're not good with the squares. And he's like, that's like the most important thing to do, is like be able to read a chess book and to be able to follow chess commentary and be able to speak the language of chess. It's like pretty fucking important. Um, this book's interesting though because like this was recommended. Somebody asked the strongest player in my state here in Montana. Yeah, you are. What his favorite book was, and he said this one. He said he learned a lot from this. And it turns out, I asked my other chess friend, who's not where I live, if he's heard of it. And he's like, yeah, in fact, I even was in grad school with this guy at the same time. Because this guy, Flores, is from, I don't know, somewhere in Central America, I think. And he ended up doing a graduate degree at the same time my buddy was doing his PhD. I think Flores just got a master's in like stats or something like that. But my buddy's like a 2000 USCF player. And Flores was like writing that book and they were studying math at the same university. Again, more math and stuff. Reading bland chess books without emotion is hard. I mean, Alekhine is a fantastic writer. That's why David always recommends him. David recommends like Tal, Alekhine, Kasparov. You know? You just gotta learn how to read a chess book. This is I'm really in love with this book here, this Application of Chess Theory book by Geller. I really, really like this book. I've learned a lot about it. But yeah, we're gonna do Morphy. A little bit of Morphy. Gonna do a Morphy. This one's tough because it's in the descriptive notation. This is the last round of the 1857 U.S. Chess Congress, which is pretty much like the United States Championship or something kind of, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is the fourth round. Morphy 3-0'd his opponents. What's this ... Charles? People who bitch about like chess books, like it's kind of required if you want to get better at chess. Kind of. They did do one, you're right. It's even on YouTube already. So the last game was Morphy's first loss in this whole tournament. He 3-0'd the first two players, or the first three players. Then he got to Paulson here. He's playing against Paulson. And he drew a game against Paulson. He had the black pieces. He drew. And then he actually just lost the last round against Paulson. But now Morphy has the white pieces. And let's see what happens. You do 98% of the shit that you recommend me. Right on. You know what you should do? You should play random openings. So pawn to king 4 in the old notation. In Sicilian, or he plays the Sicilian, which is very rare at this time. Everybody thought e4, e5 is like the main shtick here. You know, Morphy sticks out this knight to queen bishop 3. He actually played d4 in the previous time they had a Sicilian, but after takes, he didn't like play a Mora. He just played the knight f3 in that situation. Pawn to king 3. You know, this is an e6 Sicilian. Paulson has like one named after him. I don't even know if it says it on the side here. I forget. Like, is the Khan also known as the Paulson? I don't know all the names of these. You guys might know the names better than me. So then he plays pawn to queen 4. Pawn takes pawn. Knight takes pawn. Bishop to bishop 4. So he's going to repeat this shit move. Didn't we say that this was a bad move? The Khan is a6, queen c7. What's the Paulson then? I get the Paulson, the Khan, the Taimanov, all that shit mixed up. I feel like the Paulson... This move is not... This move got criticized last time he played it. Bishop to bishop 4. Knight to knight 3. Hitting the bishop. Bishop to knight 3. I feel like they had this position before. Knight develops. Knight to queen's bishop 3. In the previous Sicilian, Paulsen played knight to king 2. So in the previous one, he played knight over here. Then this bishop came out here, and he got kind of banned on the d6 square in our previous game. For those who were here and remember that, he got really kind of fuckered down. Good morning, Kaleidoscope guy. So Paulsen trying something new here. Where are we? Now bishop to king's bishop 4. Still talking shit about the Mora this AM in Esserman's stream. Yeah, Mark started streaming as I was about to go to bed, so I was kind of mocking around on my phone in bed at the beginning of the stream. Pawn to king 4. Wow. Wow. Wah wah wee wah. What is this about? I guess it's tough here, right? What else is he going to do? This kind of reminds me of another thing you can do in some of the E6 Sicilians, where you can kind of transpose to a Sveshnikov by applying this pressure here, usually with some knight b5 action also. And it forces them to play e5, and then you kind of can transpose to a Sveshnikov, which is something I do. Even though I don't think I should, because I don't like playing the white side of the Sveshnikov at all. I actually hate it. I really fucking hate it. But he gets him to play pawn to king 4. And it says black does not wish to have bishop to queen 6 played against him a second time. That's the square. But a hole at d6 at queen 6 nevertheless remains, and Morphy soon plants a knight there. Paulsen Sicilian again fails badly. No, I understand that, Delver, but I'm talking about like this variation that I get online sometimes. Let's say like this move, this move. If we get something like this, and I play here, trying to like poke at this, and they play here, and then I play this move, attacking this pawn again, I end up like getting this this Sveshnikov is what I mean. With the similar idea that I was just reminded because he played bishop f4 and it provoked in e5, which is what happened in the Morphy game here. He played the bishop f4 and provoked the e5. It's just, you know, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Yup. So e5 played. Bishop to knight 3. He's still playing some knight. Okay. Why is he doing this? Why is he playing this move and not this move? And why isn't he playing d6? Like, why would he play this move? Whatever. This is Morphy as white against Paulsen. This is the game after Morphy got banned by Paulsen. The Genius. This is November 4th, 1857. Knight to king 2. Bishop to queen's bishop 4. Castles, knight to knight 5. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for the square. Pawn to queen's rook 3. Really? I'm assuming we're going in here. Knight to queen 6. Bishop to bishop 2 to try to trade it. Pawn to queen's rook 4. Really? A Murphy game. It's Murphy. Our favorite Murphy. Pawn to queen's rook 4. Trying to keep them from b5ing, I guess. Knight to knight 3. Maybe that's his idea. He wants us to try to come over here in some line. I don't know. It just looks weird. And allowing the piece to come sit on d6 is weird. Whatever. Maybe Paulson isn't quite the genius who thought he was, Kaleidoscope Guy. Queen to queen 2. Queen to bishop here. We're going to castle long. Nope. Rook d1. Knight to bishop 5. Getting into the square he wants. Pretty reasonable. Castles. And black is going to try to hurt him. Pawn to king rook 4. Knight takes bishop. He takes this bishop. That's interesting. Is he going to take the pawn too? Knight takes bishop. Queen rook takes the knight. And then queen does take the pawn. Not a lot of comments so far in this game. Knight to queen 5. Sticking it in. Maybe the queen is getting a little trapped. Because does it have any legal squares currently? Like, not really, right? No real squares for the queen. So knight takes knight. Pawn takes knight. And now we play queen to bishop 5. They said if queen or rook takes the queen pawn, if the queen or the rook takes the queen pawn, then bishop to king 4. And our queen is hit and our bishop's hit and we can't save the piece. Correct? Okay, so Morphy offering the queen trade. He's up a pawn here, right? He is up a pawn and this guy is looking a little precarious. Okay. Queen takes queen, pawn takes queen. Bishop to king 4. And bishop takes knight. Presumably he takes back. He says this ultimately wins another pawn, but it leaves bishops of opposite color, a fact which Paulson makes skillful use. This fucking language is crazy. What is this? This ultimately wins another pawn, comma, but it leaves bishops of opposite colors, comma, a fact of which Paulson makes skillful use. Yikes. Okay. Bishop takes. So up 2 pawns. Opposite colored bishops. This is why people are scared of the opposite colored bishops. With the queens off, especially, you know? Trade the rooks and it's not going to be as hot. Bishop back to king 4. Rook to king 4. Bishop takes the knight pawn. Rook to knight 1. This game is, I think, very much easier to follow than the previous game that we looked at in the Spanish, where Morphy got fucking banned hard. And there were like actually interesting tactics and stuff. Rook to knight 1. Then king's rook to queen 1, exclam. What? What? Excusez-moi? Did I fuck something up? Hello? Somebody. Bueller. Rook to knight 1, which is what I played on move 24. King's rook to queen 1. Maybe I just put the wrong rook there, but still I don't understand. King's rook to queen 1. I see. I see now. Because then he can take here. Now it makes sense. Because before I thought we had bishop f1. But if I take here and he takes here, I can't recapture because I'm banned. Okay. Makes more sense. Glad I could figure that one out. A little bit of a typo. So what happens here? Pawn to knight 3, making a lift. Rook to queen 5. What? Okay. Nice. Rook takes rook, bishop takes rook. Rook to bishop 5. Rook to bishop 5? What am I doing? Rook to bishop 5. What the fuck am I doing? Something's wrong. Bishop to knight 4, or bishop to king 4, rook to king 4, very good. Bishop takes the knight pawn, I agree. Rook to knight 1, yes. King's rook to queen 1, yes. Pawn to knight 3, yes. Rook to queen 5, yeah. Bishop to queen 3. I missed a move here. That's what happened. Bishop to queen 3. Okay. Sorry. Now rook takes rook, and bishop takes rook. And black plays rook to bishop 5. Okay. And white plays bishop takes pawn. And the comment says that white can now get rid of the bishops of opposite color by instead playing rook takes bishop, rook takes bishop, but after rook takes pawn, rook to knight 8 check? Rook takes pawn, knight 8 check, king to rook 2, rook to queen's rook 8. He has little prospect of winning. Would you agree? So, I mean, in the game, he snaps his pawn, but they think that if he trades off the bishops of opposite color, he's got little chance to win here. Yeah, I mean, it might be true. I don't really know. It's interesting that he didn't go for it. Because this game, oh yeah, I won't spoil it. So bishop takes pawn, rook takes the bishop pawn, bishop takes pawn, bishop to queen 5, attacking the pawn, rook to king's bishop 1, defending, rook to rook 7, bishop to knight 5, defending, king to rook 2, bishop to bishop 4, trying to exchange prisoners, it looks like. Rook takes, bishop takes. I mean, if you can stick this one here and this one here, that king is pretty fuckered. However, we always have to contest with like this one. Where are we? What was just played? Bishop takes f7. Pawn to rook 5. trying to shatter the structure. King to knight 2. If black, he says, if white plays pawn take pawn, then rook to rook 8, just the same. Rook to rook 8, just the same. No, rook to rook 8's down here. He's trying to trade off the rooks. Black is trying to trade off the rooks and get a opposite color bishop ending here. And that's kind of what happens. Rook to rook 8 gets played. Bishop check. King to knight 1. Here, king to rook 3 would have lost. So this was played in the game. And even at this position, he can lose. Why does Morphy play this dipshit? Because it's the final round of the tournament and he beat the other dipshits. I don't know. I'm excited to get through this tournament and see what else comes in this book. Because the next section is like a match against Lowenthal. Lots of games apparently. And then a match against Reverend John Owen. I don't know. This is supposedly kind of like the best Morphy book out there. It's got a lot of games. So let's see how this would have lost. This loses. For then, we have rook taking a rook, bishop taking a rook, pawn to bishop 4. That's this one here. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, bishop to bishop 3, pawn to knight 4, followed by king to bishop 3, followed by king via bishop 3 to bishop 7. And pawn to knight 5 check. So what's going on here? Yeah, I see this. So why is he saying this? Bishop to bishop 3, pawn to knight 4, followed by, Morphy's not the one making the comments here. This move, I guess, stops it, huh? Maybe what they're saying, I don't know. That's a ban, though. That's a ban. Where are we at here? So he played king g8. The game's all pretty much over here. King g8. Then rook takes rook. Bishop takes rook. Rook takes rook. Bishop takes rook. And the game was drawn. Although white has 2 and might have 3 pawns more than black, he cannot win. They say the game lasted 6 hours. Will they get a 4 knights in a little bit here? Let's review this game. And now g5 is not mate. Right. Let's see what we saw out of this game. Paulson played this fucking bad bishop c5 move again. But he played this, but he didn't repeat the knight to e7 here or whatever. Maybe he played knight c6 in this position. He played some shit like this last time. Wouldn't you play d6 here? No, it's just hanging. I see. It's a tough life. It's a tough life. Am I playing in Lula's sub battle tomorrow? I wasn't planning on it. I probably can't either. Are you? What time is it? Because, oh, really? 3 p.m.? Which time zone? Central European? That's 8 off of me, I think. So 15 minus 8 is 7. So 7 a.m. it starts for me. I usually leave my house at 8 a.m. I can technically stay till 9 a.m., but then I have to like reschedule my office hours. I can probably actually stay pretty late because I'm just giving an exam on Friday. Yeah, I'm just giving students an exam on Friday, so I don't have to prep any lessons. Somebody might come to office hours though, because there's an exam. But maybe I'll play a game on chess.com. What is it? Some 3-0 action? It's like that would like really kind of break my heart. I could play though. I think my oh, I have golfed. Yes, I have. It provokes this e5. I golfed a bit as a kid. I haven't golfed as an adult. I don't even know if I've been to a driving range as an adult. This is an awkward looking move, but he plays it, you know, developing his pieces. Trying to get into the d6. Letting him into the d6. Stopping b5 maybe. Trying to transfer the horse. Letting him transfer the horse at the price of a pawn. Why do you ask? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Delver, I had a chess question for you. The question is, I know you advocate for the e4, e5. I thought about that one to work today. But what about for like the beginning player against d4? Just d5? QGD? QGA? So I'm assuming something that's not fancy. KID, really? For the beginning player? These opposite bishops, man. This game was like pretty straightforward. This is a cute move though. I originally put the wrong rook here and was confused why he wasn't just like losing a bishop because we had bishop f1. But this is cute. With like extra layers of tactics. Yeah, KID is what I played because all the players that I thought were cool played it. And when I was watching YouTube when I first got into chess, you know, there was only like a couple people, and King's Crusher always played the King's Indian. So I played that. I still play it. But I'm trying to learn other things too. Anyways, this game is like not the most thrilling. But whatever. Morphe banned, Paulson banned, the fuck out of here. Okay. Time for a little bit of a break. Charlie, what's up, buddy? You played King's Crusher once? You hate the King's Indian defense. It's so good, though. It's seriously my favorite. I really like Yeah, it's a funny thing. I'm surprised you recommend it, Kaleidoscope. You just have to not get totally banned, Charlie. You have to like know some ideas. I'm sure you know to play f5 in some of the positions. It's just like a good way for black to get an imbalanced game, play for the win. It's fun. I like it. It's probably my favorite. I'll be right back. You mean a6? Or with colors reversed over here? Knight a6? Yeah. It's okay. I get the squares mixed up too, because I'm also an idiot. All right. I'm going to use the bathroom. Steve North! My buddy Steve! Go Steve. Let's check it out. Let's flip the board. E4, E5. No, you're probably the white pieces. You got banned? Actually, I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't play this move. You'd probably play this move. You were the black. King's Crusher is white. Okay. Takey, takey. The Smith Mora. Smith Mora. Okay, castles. Yeah. He's trying to hurt you, Delver. The poor bastard. I used to say Smith Moron as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't get banned. Beautiful. That's funny. That's cute. Nice one. Nice one. Very good. He needs to study Morphe. Or Paulson. I don't know if you were here the other day, but I mentioned that I got that Traps and Zaps book. I mean, I just like pirated it, but I haven't read it. I just read the introduction and looked at the first position. But yeah, study Morphe, play E4, E5, get banned. That type of stuff seems pretty reasonable. That move seems suspicious to me, right? But I don't know these positions at all. That seems suspicious. And H4 seems suspicious too. Was there a big rating discrepancy, or was this like a, you know, because sometimes if it's a big rating discrepancy, he thinks you're gonna just do bad. He doesn't know how to play this, obviously. Yeah, fair enough. I haven't really watched his stuff in a long, long time. I watched his stuff like, you know, a dozen years ago, decade ago. Yeah. What are you going to do if he takes this? Are you going to play queen b6 anyways? It seems crazy white still has an open king. Well, he spent time with this type of shit instead of like castling or like developing more pieces. And he gets banned. Look at this square too. It's pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. Nice stuff. That's really, really sticking it in. Really, really sticking it in. It's a beauty. Nice game. Nice game. They play loose against him because he's old. Yeah. He's old. All right. And only a CM. That stands for Cuckmaster or Cummaster? Probably Cummaster, if I had to guess. Charlie, I can show you my new code. I got a much more sophisticated way of doing that same stuff with those polynomials. That was my, like, I don't know how to code. I got some better code. Where it kind of loads the polynomials like into a dictionary, so we don't have to like recursively generate them every time. There's some pretty strong NMs out there, like our buddy Chewy. It's got some pretty high ratings. You beat an NM with queen odds. Nice, congrats. What should I play? Should I play some e4, e5? I kind of want to practice that and get banned. Playing games on stream is kind of annoying, but I could create some type of game. Yeah. There certainly are strong players like that. But a lot of the super strong ones are like the kids that played OTB or like the guys who are now like 25, 20, 25, 18 that like played OTB since they were a kid and had a chess coach and all this nonsense, you know, like those guys are like pretty scary. What do I want to do? I could try to get banned in E45. Yeah. He's fast. I mean, his rapid is also like in the highest of the on the website, but he plays 8+0, you know, so it's not like, yeah. He's a nice guy. I like him. Maybe I can play 5+3 on here again. We can try that again. That's big. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is Blitz in the FIDE tournament. Raven is live. We can try this Blitz again, but I wouldn't get I get a stronger opponent if I made it rapid because my rating is higher. This only has like 2 Blitz games on it, I think, this account. Yeah. I agree. Maybe it's fine. Maybe we can just set it like this. Try to get banned in E4 and 5. I'd love to watch you play and talk to Delver about it. Just don't read chat. I'll play some type of fucking casual 5+3 games. You'll tell me the wrong moves. I'll turn my phone around so I can't read the chat. And I'll hopefully get like an E4, E5 game or something. Let's see if somebody will play me. It's just my shit lags so bad. Let's see who we get. You see, like, it's like loading the game. Come on, move. Like, I heard the sound, but I don't see the move. D6. Okay, this guy's pre-moving. Delver showed me some type of Gambit against these guys, but I'm going to play what I usually play. I'm going to play what I usually play. Sometimes I play F3 here to not allow this move. I think I will do that. Even though I can probably just play H4. I'll just play. I'm just gonna make some random legal moves. Get my situation going. I am reading chat. I can play here. It seems fine. That seems slow by them. I thought they were going to play something else. There's some high-rated bullet players I've played. They are really fast but play mediocre chess. The speed and flagging keeps them near 3,000. Yeah, I can't really judge games at the very, like, as ratings that are, like, much, much higher than mine, you know? I have a hard time, like, I'm assuming he wants to, like, play Queen A5 and stuff. Okay. If they're much, much higher than me, I have a really hard time telling, like, if they're good or just fast or something. You know, the quality of the game is hard for me to tell. So I want to play this in, like, sack and exchange. I also want to play G4. Let's play G4. I'm expecting, like, A5 or C5 or something. And then I'm probably going to play King B1. I don't really know exactly what they're doing. This guy is 2075. I don't know, kind of reading. Playing. I want to improve without the clock hurting or helping. Bullet chess. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm kind of not super focused. Usually I play when I'm, like, really focused, you know, like I'm really in the zone, really trying hard. I think this bishop d7 is a slow move. I don't know why they did that. I can't get much past 2400 in bullets solely on speed. You gotten faster with that mouse? Why isn't this guy moving? He's thinking here. Trying to give me some time. Best I am. What's he thinking about? Oh, he took that. Okay. I will recapture. Is he going to take this? Like takes. Is that what he wants? I was going to go here. That's kind of the premise of what I am doing. This reminds me of a famous game, kind of. This kind of reminds me of a famous game. Now, can I sack my queen like an absolute savage? I would say no, I can't. But I would like to. I would certainly like to sack my queen. So let's go back over here. It's not dirty flagging, it's more appropriate desperate flagging. Do you think that their queenside attack is going to come to fruition before my kingside attack? I'm going to take. H takes. I understand that my f-pawn is a little bit weak. And I see that he's kind of taken away some nice squares from my horses. But maybe I can kind of secure this square for a horse. We can also just do this type of thing. This seems okay. Maybe I should have played d5 also, but if I can ever play knight takes here and then play bishop c4, he's probably going to die. That move doesn't look like it does anything important. I guess it protects the square, and then maybe he's going to try, if I play, nah, we're going to try to stick it in. We're going to try to stick it in. If he plays h6, we're just going to play bishop over, because it's pinned, motherfucker. Bishop c4 looks like a move I would like to play, but now when he takes here, this is check. We also have just bringing in the knight this way, and then bringing bishop c4. That seems like a more reasonable way to play chess. He might step the king. I'm just trying to activate my pieces. That's all I really want to do. I'll sack an exchange onto that or something if I have to. Activate the pieces. And I'll recapture with the rook to try to stick it in. It looks like all my pieces are kind of activated. There goes the king. So is there some type of ban? Like rook takes... Like my intuition is that I can just take this. But my intuition can very, very well be wrong. The knight takes back is what bothers me. It's probably good enough, dude, right? It's probably good enough. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to play some type of like knight check and then like take this knight. And try to ban him in some capacity. This is just kind of fucking around, speculative chess, playing a casual game. 5+3 on stream. Gotta make it at least somewhat entertaining. That's a good move, I think. I'm having a difficult time finding a way to continue. So what I did is probably wrong, you know? I probably did something very, very dirty and bad. I think I'm lost. I think I am losing. Probably shouldn't have done that. I just got so excited with all my pieces activated. That's okay. What to do? I'm not sure. Let's try to bring this horse somewhere else. That's not a good move, though. Whatever I just did. He took a pawn, and now am I banned? Kind of looks like it. Okay. So sad. Yeah, I played a bad move, for sure. I agree. Can I sack the queen? Take the rook, he takes the queen, I play the check. That's nothing, right? Okay, I'm gonna resign. I'm like not, I've lost the thread here. Now this is just a crazy person move, you know? There's nothing for me. Because he has this square. I know, all my things are hanging. It was a bad move, Delver, I know. Okie doke. we need to probably just throw on a big old fat fucking resign. Well, yeah. Who is challenging me? Let's go take a peek to see if instead of like just sacking, how I'm gonna try to look at some of this real quick. It probably is, yeah. But let's take a peek. I didn't want to close this down because I thought I would want my bishop over here. Another idea would be to like push this and try to bring the bishop this way or something, but let's get to this point in the game where like all my pieces are activated. This is also kind of, I don't know, that seemed fine. Now here I said I was going to sack the exchange if they took here. I imagine that this is like quite a good position according to the computer. If they take here, maybe I'm just going to cause them practical problems. The computer says they can take there. Really? Or they're saying, no, you got to king step it. So, yeah, I was going to sack an exchange. Like if they took and I took here, and let's say they take back, the lag is really out of control. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like dragging the pieces. My claim was that like this was going to be good for me. Maybe I'm just very, 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 very wrong. Which I guess it makes sense. What up, Yuli? We are horsing around. Now, that didn't happen, of course, and the opponent played this stuff, and then I sacked the rook like a crazy person. Just like, if this knight's not here, man, I sack this rook for sure. Because like I'm just smashing through, like everything is. But with the knight there, it seems pretty fucking dubious, right? Who's challenging? Twitch Troll wants to play 3+1. What's up, Poison Ivy? So, my question is, you know, I'm fairly certain that this is like pretty dubious, the move I played. -5. Yeah, it's really just losing a rook because of knight takes. Oh, increment only. Yep. So let's see what the computer thought was a good way to continue. Just move the horse. Like be an adult and not lose your pieces. Increment means you want to play increment, and you're a try-hard nerd. Yep. A reasonable adult says no to hanging a rook. Yeah, but in a casual 5+3 game on stream, where you can sack a rook, it's kind of tempting, really. Delver wants to play. Oh no! Oh no! No! Help me! Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. No, I'm going to try to play a variation where I give you the knight back. I just don't know which knight I want to give you back because I've never really played this. So I'm getting a lesson in getting banned. Maybe I should have given the other knight back. Uh-oh. Am I going to get fucking absolutely rolled? Is that how this works? Maybe I'll give that knight back. Here? I want to give you a knight back, dude. I want to play like bishop c5. So I'm going to do it. You can have a knight, buddy. I'm going to get banned. I'm going to learn. And I'm too afraid of you, Delver. I'm not just going to like get entirely fucking steamrolled. Now I'll turn it into my own gambit. I'll castle. Let's take like this. Now it kind of feels like we're playing a scotch. No, you can play here and I'll play here. Maybe this is bad. This pin is actually bad for me. I think this pin's actually bad. I'm going to go here like a crazy person. I just didn't want to get hurt. Too much. Okay. Spooky Halloween. I don't even know the main line. I feel like the main line involves like a knight g8, or you give a knight back at somewhere. So I don't even know the main moves. So I couldn't really do that. And when you said just retreat, I didn't know if you meant to go back to e5 or to go to e7. I want to play d5, but you're making it hard on me. Can I take here? Maybe there's queen f3. Can I take here? No, because I have no f-pawn, but maybe I can take there. Let's try to take here. See if Delver will ban me. He's going to ban me over there? Fuck, I didn't see that one. I'll give you that. I'll give that one to you, buddy. Didn't see it. Fuck. I don't know, buddy. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Queen h6. No. Oh, did you add time? Oh, you don't have to add time. I'm willing to take my ban. Very, very willing to admit that I fucked up. What am I, down a pawn with an entirely fucked up king and ruined structure? And I don't think anybody said that. Yeah, Delver, I'm going to resign, buddy. I'm going to resign. I don't want to play this anymore. It's kind of obscene here. Okay. Okay, beautiful. I just like forgot the threat. Where's the resign button? Okay. He made you want to quit chess? No, dude. No. We are going to try to learn a little bit from this opening. First, we got to look at what the main line is, and then try to figure out what the give the piece back line is, and try to figure out exactly why I fucked it up so hard. A win. Let's see what Yulia is saying. What is the object of playing a gambit opening? To acquire a reputation for being a dashy player at the cost of losing a game. A win by an unsound combination, however showy, fills me with artistic horror. Says Yuli, the solid Slav player. So taking this as the we're gonna take a peek over here at the old master database. Not the Lichess database, my friend. Happy Halloween. You played d4, right? Oh, I went the wrong way. So I went this way, and you hit me with d5. And I was considering going back here, but then I thought you were going to f4 me. Some people play bishop b4. Nobody played this bishop c5 move I played. I thought maybe you were going to hit me with this stuff, and I was going to get kind of banned anyways. And now I wonder if I can give back a horse here. Or this is some knight g8 action. I mean, the GMs probably don't give back a horse, right? So knight g6 immediately. Now it's not like as bad, but e5. This is the main move, right? But you can also give back the horse here with bishop b4. Are these things correct that they have here in the master database? Are these the main ideas? Or there's some things lurking beneath the surface? What's up, Dora Keck? Yeah, knight g6, e5, knight g. Yeah, I know that this is the thing, but I was trying to find a way where I can give back a horse to have like to get less rolled. c6 or d5 after bishop c4. Are you talking about in our game? Yuli, I know not to give up the horse. I know. But I'm afraid of the kaleidoscope guy. I'm afraid that he's gonna hurt me. So bishop c4, queen f3, c6 or d5 after bishop c4. Okay. I was wanting to play something where I give you back a horse, but I get to play some d5. The kaleidoscope will try, but you will defend. I appreciate the confidence here. We got banned. So this, you're trying to teach me the main line here? I played d5, then c6. I mean, they have 3 different ways to capture this pawn. Bishop takes d5. Main move. You play d5 and then c6. bd5, c6. So this is one of those things where I'd have to go do some exploration myself and, you know, consider these other captures of the pawn. This one probably not as hot as we get to like develop comfortably-ish, or even queen takes. Everybody plays a bishop d5. Some other people have played this. It looks like knight d5 is, you know, people might not know. People might not know what they're doing. Interesting. Knight d5, you assume bishop e6. That would make sense, Yuli. The people playing knight 8 e7 get banned. This is just percentages of random fucking blitz games, though, so who really knows or cares about that? Happy Halloween. Banned in the fucking face. Man, I can't believe I got, like, dirtied down by this type of shit. That's pretty funny. Pretty funny.